Good morning, everybody. Welcome to My Creative Time with Emma, and also welcome to our third day of our sneaky peeks. Today is a fun one. I'm super excited to show you. Let's see. Let me see what the name of these are. Okay, we have two new items we are showcasing today. The first one is called Love You Bunches, and it comes with coordinating dies. And the next one is called the Junior Rolled Flower Dies. Okay, so many of you are familiar with my existing rolled flower dies that I have out already. Now keep in mind when these are connected together, I just taped it together so you can see what they look like. Okay, my original ones. This was before. This is when I first started getting the dies made. I didn't realize we can get them wired together. So in the future, I'm thinking about changing this to get them wired together. But I used my Tim Holtz scissors and I just cut them apart. I would not suggest doing that because these little sharp edges are sharp. So what I would suggest doing, this is if you don't have the bigger size, this is the regular rolled flower dies. Okay, this isn't the new one. So if you happen to pick this one up, I suggest just cutting a piece of paper the size of because these are two different flowers, which flower you want to do, and then run it through your machine. Okay, so I just wanted to run that by you real quick. Now I'm going to show you what our cute new ones look like. Okay, I went ahead and I ran it through my machine, but these are them right here. Let me show it to you really quick what it looks like, and then we could take this one apart. This is what they look like right here. So you could see the size difference, okay? We have the big one now, which is our original existing one. This is just the rolled flower dies. And then we have a medium size and a small one. This is not include. This is a different style flower. I didn't make one for these, just for these right there, okay? So this is a new one. It's called the Junior Rolled Flower Dies. Oh, I love this set. I've gotten so many requests since I came out with these. Okay, so basically when you run it through your machine, I went ahead and cut out both because I want to put one together for you. Okay, so when you cut them out, now keep in mind don't think there's a defect with this, but there is a little piece that does get stuck in there. Okay, and same thing like that with the bigger die too. So all you do is just pull it out very carefully, just like so. It's not going to hurt anything. And the easiest way to put these together, now the thing I like about these is you could control how tight you want your flower or how loose you want it. I usually use this quilling tool to put them together. If not, I know a lot of people use their tweezers to roll them up. But I just find it easier excuse me, to use the quilling tool. So if you want to go ahead and ink up the edges, now is the time to do it. And definitely have your heat gun warming up while you're doing this. Plug in your little hot glue gun. So all you want to do is just grab the end. You're just going to go ahead and just roll it towards you all the way around. And you could do it really, really super tight, or you could just do it loose. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead and just roll it all the way towards you. Okay, and then this is where you want to put your glue, on that little circle part right there. So let me go ahead and grab this. I'm going to put the glue here. And I also throw some on the inside right here too. Okay. And then you're just going to go ahead and just put that down like so. Now here is the time, if you want to let it a little bit loose, you can. Now what I do is I like to hold down the center, just like so. And then you could go ahead and, now when you make these flowers, every single time you make them, they are going to be different, just a heads up. They're not going to be the same every single time, okay? Okay, so now at this point you could go ahead and just start folding these down if you want. Okay, just to kind of shape them if you like, or you could just leave them exactly how they are. Sorry if I was out of the camera. Just like so. Now you can see, isn't that pretty? Now you don't have to fold them up. You could just leave them as is. You know what I'm saying? Like fold them down. You could just leave it as is if you want. Okay, so that's that. I can't remember if that was the bigger one. Let me see. Or the smaller one. Oopsie. Okay, that was the smaller one. This is the medium size one here. So now we're going to go ahead and put this together. Now on my little tag I used today, I used them, I wanted to use the bigger die, the existing one, and I wanted to use the two smaller ones, but I ended up just using these, okay? So I'm going to show you, so there goes that right there, how you can make, this is the bigger one, so I'm going to go ahead and just put this in this little slot here in the quilling tool. And then again, just roll it toward, and they come together so fast, everyone. I mean, this is something, if you want to make a card using these, you can mass produce these in no time, because they go together really quick and they're super easy. Okay, so you're just gonna, when you get to the end, you leave that open like so, and then you're going to go ahead and just put your glue here. And then I put the glue on the inside as well. You don't have to do that, that's just something extra I do. Okay, now this one here, you see how I'm letting it go? You could do that, so it could go just a little bit bigger. Now you could let it go in your hands before you put it down on the glue, which I probably should have done because it looks exactly like the other one. Then you could go ahead. You see how fast the glue dries? That's why I love using the hot glue gun on this. See how this one's just a little bit more looser than the other one. Now, if you want to let it go, like let it open up in your hands before you put the glue, that's probably the best way if you want it a little bit more looser, like this one here. Like that one, I let it go in my let it open in my hands a little bit more, so you can see the difference, how they're all different. And that's using the same size flower die, okay? Just like that. So those are just a little comparison there, okay? So anyway, so that's the tiny one, and this is the new medium size. So that's what that is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my tag I created using those new dies. I'm so excited because I've always wanted to make, use these flowers on this little tag die I have right here, and this comes with it. This is that little reinforcer. I always wanted to use those flowers, but they were always too big. So here goes an example. You see how I let that one open? That was a little bit open. And here goes the two small ones. This one I rolled up really, really tight, and this one I let open just a little bit. And then I'm using the little, I call this one the little bread tag. This is from the set we showcased yesterday, and I thought it was adorable to layer on top of this tag. And then the sentiments come from this set here called Once Upon a Time. And I love this set because they're really tiny and you can fit in there. So there's Imagine, Create, Inspire. Isn't this super cute? So you could go ahead and just attach this to a card and send it to a friend. You could attach it to a gift bag or however, whatever you want. But I just love this tag. Super cute and easy to put together. I just used some little hemp twine, adhered everything down with the hot glue gun. And I just stapled this little, almost like a lace ribbon I had in my stash. And then I used my 4x4 journal card die, this 4x4 stitch journal card die, and more. That's where that little tiny heart came from. And I thought it came together really cute. And I just love that we have a set of dies that I can actually layer onto this die. Okay, so that was the junior rolled flower dies, okay? Now I am going to show you my card that I made using the Love You Bunches set, okay? Here it goes right here. Misty's, and we're in a Facebook group, and this is where I found that video on how to do something like this. And I love the way it came out. This is our new rose flower stamp along with the coordinating die. So this set comes with two flowers. It comes with the rose die, and I like to call this a little Gerber daisy because that's my favorite. These two are my favorite flowers, okay? And these are the two dies. Every time I look at this way, it looks like a guitar. I don't know why, but this is the die for our rose and then the die for our daisy. And it comes with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 stamps. It's at a weird angle, I can't see for sure, but it comes with 8 or 9 coordinating sentiments, and you can mix and match. So what I did was I used my same sequence I used yesterday, the little heart flat sequence I got from Pretty Pink Posh, I believe they're called. And I'm going to show you actually how to create this card right now. It's this way you can see how super simple this is. Okay, so let me grab everything really quick. Okay, here I have my little Misty tool here, and I picked it up from, I believe it's called Sweet Petunia website. Okay, so basically I just got a regular standard A2 size card, and I'm just going to use the magnet that comes with one magnet. And what I did was my sentiment, it says Happy Mother's Day. It was one long sentiment all the way across, so what I did was I just cut it up and I arranged it in the center of my card, okay? I arranged it in the center of my card, and after I did that, I just kind of closed the little door just so it could stick to the door like so. Okay, so when I lift it up, I will have my stamp here on the right side ready to ink up. So I'm just going to use this set I have on my desk. This is the Simon Says stamp black ink. So I'm going to go ahead and just ink it up here. I love this tool. You could probably do this without a Misty, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure if you have like a little stamp-a-majig, it'll work. I don't see why not. So don't think you have to go order this because, you know what I'm saying, I'm using it. I'm pretty sure you could get it to work with something else. Okay. Let me go ahead and just line that up. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just stamp that there like so. Okay, hopefully you could see that in the camera okay. Okay, now that that part's done, what I did was I just went ahead and this is like an extra paper pad that I had picked up from the Misty place, and I just use that as scratch paper sometimes. So I just cut it the size of a A2 size card, and what I did was I just put my my little flower like so, but I want to kind of gauge it on where I want this to be. So I'm just using, basically I'm just using it for the grid lines. There is an item you can, I guess she has something on her site where you could print and cut where it will print out grid lines for you. I just haven't done that yet. I haven't had time, to be honest with you, to investigate it. But you do have that option. But I figure I'll just use those. Use that as my guide for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink this up. And the only reason why I'm doing it like this is because I need to have some kind of letters on the stem. So when we layer it on, it could look like it was all part of it, okay? So let's go ahead and just push this down like so. So I don't really care if it gets on that other paper. If if it doesn't stamp perfectly on the other paper, it's okay, because the only one we want is the one that's on the actual stem of the flower. So basically, the longest thing that you'd have to take to do with this particular card is color it in. That's it, to be honest with you. Get my bone folder here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and what we're going to do now is I am going to pop this up onto here. Okay, for this card I actually made a layer using my stitch rectangle dies, but we're not going to do that with this second card because we want to keep it quick. We're going to go ahead and just put it on directly onto the base of the card. And then what I'm going to do is I have this right here. I use that die and cut it out with some white foam just to give it some kind of dimension. And I love doing this feature because you know what? You don't have to use so much what do you call that stuff, of the adhesive like your pop dots. Sometimes this is just more simpler to use, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead. I found my glue, my backup glue. I'm going to put this down there, and then we're going to go ahead and just layer this on top of here. And I love using the liquid adhesive because you could kind of, you know what I'm saying, like move it around until you have it in the perfect spot. So I'm going to go ahead and put something on just to weight it down just a teeny bit, just for a few seconds, just like so, so it could stick. Okie dokie, as I was just waiting a couple of minutes for that one to dry, I changed my mind and I actually did cut it out. I cut it out on a piece of cardstock here. I just cut it out, and what I'm going to do is I got another piece of foam. And what I like about the idea, and I love Jennifer McGuire, because I was only using them for like shaker stuff, but she used them to pop up your cards. And the nice thing about using this is that if you forget to put your sentiment on your card, which I do lots of times, you don't have to worry about it being all bumpy and uneven from all the different layers of pop dots you put on the back. So that's why I love the idea of using this, okay? Looks like my hands have some black ink on them. Hopefully don't get in my card. Okay, so I am going to just put this right behind here, like so. And that's just to pop it up, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and just put some more adhesive behind here. We're going to add this to the base of our card. Okay. Okay, sorry, oops, I was about to put it on off camera. Alright, that looks about right. And I know my Happy Mother's Day isn't perfect, but you know what? It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it will work. There we go. So you see how it lines up beautiful like that? So let me now we're going to go ahead and adhere this down just using the same multi-medium. And then now what we're going to do, you see where I stamped the Happy Mother's Day on the flower there? So now you're just going to go ahead and that's why I love using the liquid glue, because you could just kind of like move it over until it gets perfectly lined up with your letters. And that's what we did there. And I am going to do the same thing here. I'll probably add this and put some sequins on here. Okay, I didn't realize how long this video was. Sorry about that. But I wanted to show you what can be done with this new release. So all of these items is from the set called Love You Benches. Okay, and then on this one here we use our brand new Junior rolled flower dies, and that's the little adorable tag I made using that set. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to check my blog at www.creativeTimeForMe.com to see if you were the lucky winner of yesterday's sneaky peek. And again, don't forget to leave your comments on our items that we are showcasing today for a chance for you to win both of these sets. Okay, and I will announce that on my blog tomorrow. Have a fabulous day, everybody. And thanks for stopping by, and see you later. Bye-bye.